let's jump into this straight away. So in the last episode, I noticed that the D-mods were costing quite a pretty penny for just one D-mod if you're trying to sell a ship. I went ahead and changed that. What I think is going on in the files is that it's not reducing the ship's worth by 20%. It's reducing it to 20%. So it's when you try to sell something, it already sells it at a reduced price, right? So on top of that, it was then reducing it by another like 80% per D-mod, which is why things are dropping a massive amount. Now, if you go back and you look, you'll notice that this thing was still about 800,000, so I haven't changed any of that. The AI still sells things with D-mods. The price is totally fine, it seems like, but if you were selling stuff with D-mods, it seems like it was just absolutely flooring the price. Like, you realize, like, last time this thing was like 3,300 bucks to sell. It's now at 8,000. So I changed the price points just a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to get rich selling ships, but at the very least, if I decide to sell one of my ships that has a D mod in it, it's not going to just, you know, sell for less than the price of like a large gun, which is dumb when you really think about it. But this thing went up in price. This thing went massively up in price. A lot of my ships are now up in price just ever so slightly. The buying of the ships didn't really change any. They're basically the same price. It seems like the D mods are working correctly with buying. They weren't working correctly with selling. Either that or the dev decided that that's the way it should work. I don't know. I don't like it, so I changed it. That's how that is now. Anyhow, what we're going to do? I wanted to kill things, bully people. No, let's go to Asher. See if there's anybody here who will give me some quests or sell me stuff. Converted fighter bay? No. Advanced turret gyros? No. Very cheap supplies. I'm going to buy quite a bit of this because they're so cheap right now. 400? Yes. For 40,000? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's a massive amount of supplies. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see if you have any cool ships to buy. Of course, there's a Prometheus here, but I don't really need the fuel capacity. There is a Colossus here, but I'd much rather get my hands on an Atlas. I'm not really seeing anything else these guys are selling that I would want. Erratic fuel injector. Cargo capacity 900. See, I might just... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy the Colossus. And then we're going to go over here to refit, and we're going to slap quite a few things in it. First and foremost, we're going to need extra cargo. Do we have anything for extra cargo space? I'm not saying it. Efficiency overhaul, most definitely. Insulated engine assembly, yes, but... oh, there it is. Expanded cargo hold. Alright, so we're going to come in here, and we're going to slap both of those in this. Well, no, maybe not. Hold on. Because this thing increases your cost by quite a hefty amount, right? Where'd it go? Is it down here now? Yeah, it is. Okay, expanded cargo holds. Yeah, it increases your maintenance supply cost by 50%. So obviously going efficiency route wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So we're going to get the insulated engine assembly. And then we're going to get cargo hold. Where'd it go? There it is. And we're going to actually put that one in. Right? So that gets rid of that extra cost. Now, on top of that, militarized subsystems. There we go. So that will gives it one extra burn, which is not great. I think it starts with 8, so this would be pushing up to 9. If it doesn't, well, it's not like it's really going to hurt us anyhow. And then maybe hardened subsystems too. I'm not really sure. Because we got a lot of options in here, but we're not really using this thing for any combat. We don't want converted hangars, obviously, because that's just to get rid of the cargo space that we just ended up getting. Yeah, you know what? Hardened subsystems, I think, would be nice. Because if you hit something and this thing gets damaged and its combat rating goes down, it's going to take stuff to repair. And I don't know if that actually affects it or not. Someone out there probably has tested it. I haven't. I don't plan to. That looks fine to me. We'll just throw vents in there. Who really cares, right? And then we're going to rename it really quick. PRC. I don't really... Junker. You know, like the old Chinese ships that used to move trade around. Those were called junkers, right? I'm not crazy, am I? And then it has an erratic fuel system, but hopefully that'll get fixed pretty soon. And yeah, its speed was 7, so now it's up to 8. So yeah, it's a good thing we militarized it. These things are at 8. Yeah, so our slowest speed right now is 8. It should make us go 9 because we have this ox. which I named George. Yeah, after the mule. I'm not great at names, okay? Repair our ships, check for missions, offering bounties, don't want to do bounties. You got any people here to hire? You do not. Okay, so we're going to go somewhere close by. Maybe here. Pick on pirates. Yeah, probably up that way. Or we could go over here, Tritech. Nah, we're going to go up here and pick on pirates and maybe trade with the Persian League. And then we might go out this way and do some exploring. We have plenty of supplies. The only thing we have problems with right now is fuel. And the Ludic Church has decided to like us a little bit more. Who are you? Actually, go back. What were you? You're gone now. Alright. If that was pirates, I kind of wanted to attack them because they were so small. Now we got to start thinking, right? We're pirates. Obviously not on the pirate side. We can trade with pirates on occasion when they feel like it. We're friendly with the neutrals because we're pretty much privateers. We really want to be able to trade, right? Go dark so we don't bounce off this stuff. So, who would we be going up against as pirates, right? Maybe the Persian League? We could pretend that Hegemony... Hey, go ahead and turn on the transponder. We could pretend that Hegemony has decided to, you know, hire us for uses. Come on, kill those raiders. Oh no, come on. Oh, I need to get navigation so we can move faster in these clouds. Turn that off. Because if they don't see us, they're less likely to run away from us. I really hate how when the AI is flying this thing, it flies it in big looping circles and doesn't do tight turns. Come here. See, he's just going to run away. There we go. Oh, God, I should have paused. So, like, right here. Right? And now I can attack. Like that. I want that guy. I can take the Enforcer, but I want the Eradicator. I'm not really a fan of anything else they have in here. We're going to pursue them because they're going to try to run away. And then we're going to dump all these guys on the left-hand side. And then everybody else goes straight ahead. And I don't think this Buffalo is going to survive this engagement. We're costing 123 supplies, but I think we can afford it. I'm going to watch this Eradicator kind of closely. If he doesn't turn around, that's good. You need to go with him. And you need to go with him. I would like you to attack the Eradicator. Look how fast all these guys just dogpile on the nearest crappy ship. He has hammers. We both have hammers. Oh, he's throwing his hammers. Oh, man. We almost overfluxed each other. I was really close to being overfluxed. Their kite exploded. This poor little guy's shooting little tiny crappy lasers. Kites do not have much in the way of armor or health. They just lost another kite. It looks like these guys up here are fighting it out now. Oh. There we go. And he got overfluxed. They have a hound with a makeshift shield. Ooh, hammer. Uh-oh, big missiles. Mostly missed. ECCM didn't really do a whole lot to help with that. Harpoon's getting shot out of the air. Didn't really do anything. Hammer's impacted. Didn't really do anything. Whole lot of missiles coming in. He is overfluxed. He's dead. Yep. Once those hammers were en route, that was over. This guy up here is just getting flooded by these little dudes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good for him. Rockets going off in every direction, though. And our Eradicator just caught up. This battle is over. Oh, no! Friendly's getting hit with Reapers. I gotta be very careful about those things. Did he break up? He broke up. Yeah, so it's not gonna let us get him without a story point. Unless I'm super lucky, which I normally am not gonna be. Consider ship recovery? Yep. And it won't even let me get him with a story point, so he is just dead. That sucks, but we got a heavy machine gun. I like those. Well, that was crap. We got we got the Enforcer. The Enforcer came back to us. And there's a kite floating in the air. Alright. Let's take this apart. Okay, we can go over here and sell to him. This habitat I don't think has anything on it. I'm going to go over here and check because there's something about Groom Bridge that I'm trying to recall. There was something special about it. My brain is not letting me do really anything useful here. We are just burning through our fuel to try to repair the ships that we have. That's right, we do have this guy now. I'm going to stick him up here. Right there looks like a good spot. We're going to mothball him for the time being because we don't need him for anything, and I don't really see a point in wasting supplies to fully repair him. What was this about the Groom Bridge? Something, something, something. I can't really remember. Maybe it was quest related? I don't know. We're going to go up here now. Well, not dark mode yet. No point in that. I need to get closer before I decide to go in dark mode. You can hear me just clicking away as I'm trying to like lead my ship around. Alright, dark mode, and then we're going to go straight through the belt. And I don't know, because I attacked one of their pirate groups. They might not let us trade here. We'll see. Yep, they're letting us trade. Cool. They're giving us a lot of money for the metals, though. Converted fighter bay, I don't really care about. Looks like guns are going to be good price. I'm going to keep that. Sell off the salamanders like usual. Not really seeing a whole lot of extras over here that I'm willing to sell. So that's kind of fine. Nothing else to buy. How about supplies? Supplies are really cheap, but the fuel is not. The crew is really cheap. I could use more crew. We're ready to get like 200 more crew. Check out their fleet, see if they got anything worth buying. Doesn't look like anything in here is worth buying. Mostly kites, anyhow. A lot of big stuff, but it's all ventures. They got a lasher, but it's not a pirate. Or a ludic path, which tends to be more of my favorite. Not a fan of ventures. They just don't have a lot of weapons. They can carry a lot of cargo, but I mean, we don't really need to carry a lot of cargo. You have anything for missions? What? What? 53 drugs for 37,000 credits. That's all the way over there. It's not really worth it. And I'm not buying security codes. You have any people to hire? No. Alright. Well, that seems like you don't really have anything for me then. We're going to keep traveling up the asteroid belt till we get to the habitat. I don't need to do dark mode. I don't think they're going to bounce off of these handful of asteroid. Go ahead, smack into another one. Freaking suck. Stop it. Why do you do this to me? What did I do to you? There wasn't even an asteroid there to hit. And now they're going to be like, you shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, scan. I don't have anything for you. Go away. Upset with me over nothing. I should go to war with Persians. Beat the crap out of you fools. Make you remember that I'm scary. Missile autoloader. I'll take it. At the very least, it'll make it where they might stop selling me things like that for a while. Now, see, I've never been able to make Dragonfire torpedo pods work, right? For me, they're so slow that they kind of just slowly zigzag up towards an enemy, and then they'll deploy the laser to try to lock on, and then they just kind of run out of fuel before anything ever happens, and they never get to zap anything with the laser. So, yeah. It never works out for me. I'm sure it works out for other people. I've seen other people online, they're like, oh yeah, Dragonfires are great, especially if you fly your own ship and fly it up to the enemy. Well, that's awesome, but that's not how we do things. I'm not allowed to fly my own ships. If I did, it would probably be totally awesome, but can't. Single fire Atropos. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. We could stick a bunch of double hammerheads in here. At the very least, make him fire them off all at once. We do got a big machine gun, but I don't really know if we want to use that as is. He has thumpers on here. We have to break through armor, though. So we could stick a big machine gun on the front, and then we could stick these our autocannons right here. We got the points for it. It'll rip off shields fairly easily. I'd have to get kind of close, which is kind of the thought process behind this. And we do it like that, and we do it like this. Maybe make the thumpers their own thing. And then not turn on auto fire. We got safety overrides, which we're going to have to put in. That costs quite a bit. Heavy armor efficiency and armored weapon mods. So, oh, wrong button. Let's look and see what we got in here. We got heavy armor. Safety overrides. Yep. We got efficiency right here. And then we're pretty much out of points. I could give it escort package. What did we go with originally? Armor weapon mounts. Yeah, we got 1 extra point. I could stick it in vents. Seems like this guy's just a better build because of the needlers mostly. The light machine guns I could probably swap out for... You have more dual? You do. I could swap those out for dual autocannons, which have a much better range than these little machine guns. Although the needlers, I think, really do fine for the shields by themselves. Not a fan of thumpers. But we don't really have a lot of other options here. I could swap those out for dual autocannons, which would actually have about the range of these. Isn't it like 600? Yeah. And there's a heavy machine gun right there that can provide basic point defense. So, I mean, it kind of works. Just the big problem that I have is the thumpers don't really do a lot of damage, and their sustain for the flux is not good. And realistically, they'll rip through a hole really fast, but when you get to hole, you've already done quite a bit of damage. I could stick a mining laser in there, but then the other side's not going to have anything good. So, yeah, we might just go with the dual autocannons. Or I could do, like, heavy machine guns. Act as point defense. So it gets up in close range and knife bites people. We could stick the rest in vents. That might work out better. Yeah, and then stick those to auto fire. In fact, weapon groups, stick the heavy machine gun in there too. There. Now it has knife fighting weapons, and it has slightly longer range weapons, and then it can do some hefty damage to armor when the shields go down. It's not great, but I think it works. Anybody worthwhile sticking in this thing? This guy's steady. I don't really want him in it. Could stick this aggressive lady in here, in it. No, I'll keep her in the shade for now. This guy leveled up. He has... Is that ballistic or beams? I think that's energy. Impact mitigation. Helmsmanship is always super good. We're actually going to go with that. And that is energy weapon mastery. Yep. Which there is no energy weapons on that vessel. There is on this one. So we're going to flip you over to this. And then this guy is probably just going to keep what he has. Aggressive, steady, reckless. Probably not the best idea to stick that on the... Well, you know what? It's too late. Can I make this better? Do you have any... They do have a high intensity laser, which does have quite a bit more range, and his flux is a lot less. Yeah. This is good against armor, right? Yep, 200% armor, and this is everything. Yeah. Accuracy's perfect, but turn rate is very slow. Well, it only shoots straight ahead, so it doesn't really matter. Yep, we're going to do that way. I could regret this later. Do you have mining lasers? No, why would you ever have mining lasers? Why would you ever have the things that I like? Alright, well, I mean, this is... It'll work. It's not bad. I could bolt something in, but I'm not gonna. We could bolt in shield shunt on this guy. 15% more armor. It gives us back 7 points. It's really not much. More armored weapon mod, so we have a rate of fire that's even higher. And that gives us 9 points back, which we could actually then stick into vents. I don't actually think the 10% would increase the assault chain guns. I think those are maxed out on rate of fire. So, you know what? We're going to do that. We have the extra story points, so we may as well. And then I can stick all of that into vents. So he's less likely to outflux himself immediately, at least. Single fire tropo. It's not really a thing I like. The sabot seem to be working out fairly well, actually. Again, though, I wish these people were selling mining lasers. No guns in here for you. That's good. I could stick the survey equipment in there. That'd cut off 10. Yeah. And then insulated engine assembly. So you pop up less. In fact, we could take off those capacitors and then probably stick in militarized subsystems too. So your burn rate goes up by 1. And then just, you know, throw some points in that. I don't care. No points in this. We got 2 story points remaining, so I can slap in the survey equipment, which increases by what? Because we were at 45. I think 50 is the max you can get to, right? Yeah, so we're going to slap that in there. And then insulated engine assembly, so you don't pop up as bad. And then we got 2 points. I don't really care where they go. Alright, cool. None of this is perfect, but... Why did I hit safety overrides in this stuff? And escort packages. Why do I do this? Why safety overrides? I don't know what I'm thinking half the time I do these things. It is pretty funny. Honestly, it is. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it anyhow. We'll just leave it in there. Who cares? Who's gonna stop me? Are you gonna stop me? You can't stop me. You know you can't stop me. Could take out hardened subsystems, but I think that works really well for that ship. I haven't tested it. So I'm just kind of going off of what I think. This guy, we could stick dual autocannons in here. Yeah, we got one we could buy. Although I think it's fine as is. Maybe do the same thing to these guys, so they don't just rip off shields. Although the light machine guns do kind of help tear apart anything that's really dangerous to us. In packs, these guys won't really have a missile problem, but they do have an armor problem. Which is really what I'm thinking about. Because the Needler can rip through the shields pretty quickly, but this is so close range that... Yeah, I think a light assault gun on him will work out pretty well. What's your... Yeah, we're gonna... I don't know. What's your setup? Okay, they're all on the same thing anyhow. Alright, so now that's fine. And then this guy doesn't really get anything yet. Because we can't get another light assault cannon, can we? Nope. Alright. We'll just leave you as is. Range is 700. We could actually stick in the light dual auto cannons. And then just buy another one. There we go. And then all these weapons are together. Yeah, so you're just better at killing shields. But you have more range to do it, so that's not bad. These tactical lasers aren't doing anything. And I guarantee it because I've been watching them not do anything. How many of these do you have? 12 shots? Yeah, you just gotta reload. And we have expanded missile racks. I don't really want to stick anything in this thing, even if I could. Just because I'm not a fan of these guys. Civilian grade hull increases sensor profile by 100%. And reduces strength by 50%. That is really bad. What a militarized hull costs you. Can I even stick one in? What's the other two logistics? Because I know efficiency's one. Would it be expanded missile racks is the other one? I kind of wish it would tell you. It probably does tell me somewhere. Because I'm pretty sure it's not reinforced bulkheads, right? So it's probably expanded missile racks. I can't tell. Maybe the engine assembly? I don't know. Although I think the engine assembly does cut it down by 50%. Yeah, so basically its scan range is still just garbage. Can't really fix that. And there's, yeah, nothing here I want for drones. You know what? It looks like this is about where we're going to get it. Again, no mining lasers. How about... Uh-huh. Okay. You want me to fly all the way out here and kill pirate ships for you? I don't do that. 2 officers for hire. How about you? Steady. No thank you. How about the other officer? You are aggressive, but your missile specialization. Not a fan of that. Would be great if I had a Griffin, though. I'll hire you? Yeah. I'm getting pretty close to, like, the max amount of people that I can hire, though. And we're going to unmothball you. I don't really care about the missile specialization. What are you? You're steady. Helmsman and ballistic. It's really not something we need or want. I'm not going to be paying for this rocket person for nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick them over here. Because, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? It helps. What's your thing? Aggressive. Field modularization. Okay, yeah. Good enough. We're good enough. Where are we going to go? We could go out this way and start surveying. We're going to do that. Yep. We could find, like, domain probes or something. Please stop bouncing off of every asteroid you see. Holy freaking crap. Don't get near that. That's a star. I shouldn't have to tell my own people not to fly directly into a star. There should be just, like, a big circle where there's no pathing allowed. Alright, cool. So they're slowly fixing stuff. I love whole mod restoration because of that. What are you? You're nothing. Even if you were pirates, you wouldn't be worth the value of trying to kill. Alright. Persian League detachment. Why'd you slow down? Alright, we're going to go dark, and we're not going to turn our transponder on anymore after this because we don't need to. It is going to cost us a little bit extra supplies to fly around like that, but I don't care. We'll just stay normal or dark mode. I don't see any big flickering things telling us that this place is a threat. We're going to come out here right next to this, what I guess is a gas giant. It looks like that's probably the case, which is right next to the star no matter what. One planet. Well, it's not a gas giant. 3 different places you can stick something. There is no way this planet is worth it. Rich rare ore and rich ore. Actually, this is a good planet. If you can get past the extreme heat and the extreme tectonic activity. So no, it's not a good planet. And a dense atmosphere. 150% just for extra stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Someone else could like that, but not me. Oh boy. Well, I guess we'll go hit the beta grid. What a great name. But you know what time it is? Yep, that's right. End of the episode time. I guess you guys will find out in the next episode what's going to be awaiting us in this system. It doesn't look like it's going to be a whole lot. Bye-bye.